Yo, what's happening? What's up? What's good? So, today's a promo day. It is winter, and we're still rocking and rolling. We're obviously doing less business because it is a slow season. So I got the team on the road today doing promo. We're going to outdo everybody in promo. Decided that we're going to be putting in so much work, trying to get work throughout the winter. The goal is to try to get my guys 40 hours every single week. I typically keep my team more busier than other moving companies in the slow season, in the winter months, because we don't turn down work. We always show up. We're not going to cancel on our clients last minute like a lot of companies do when it's snowing outside. We actually like to pick those jobs up last minute to help people out when they're in tough positions. We're going to continue to do that. We do not cancel jobs unless we absolutely have to, man. We're not going to cancel jobs. So, the team is doing promo. I'm going to step inside and I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of the promo and the marketing and what we're doing right now for our moving company. All right, let's talk marketing and lead generation and the things that I'm doing for my moving company this winter. But before we do that, first things first, shout out to all the subscribers. Really appreciate everybody rocking with the channel, liking the videos, and subscribing. Y'all are dope. So, let's talk marketing and lead generation, especially in these cold winter months. The economy has been tough for a lot of moving companies. A lot of moving companies have seen less business over the last couple of years. And it's really important that you're staying dialed in, you're being strategic, and you're running a budget-minded advertising strategy to generate leads. So what am I doing right now to generate leads? Let's talk about Google Ads. First, we've been running our ads throughout the entire moving season. We actually run them throughout the entire year. Our ads never stop. We're always tweaking our ads and tuning them in based on performance. When you're working with Google Ads, it's really important that you understand Google Ads or you'll lose a lot of money. It's not as simple as just creating the ad, unfortunately, with Google. You need to understand how the back end works to have a high performing ad. Now, a lot of moving companies will work with a Google Ads professional. You can find them online. And if you decide to do that, great. As long as the ad's performing, go for it. But if you're getting tied into a marketing contract or the person that you're working with is requiring you to pay them 20% of your ad spend, I'd highly recommend not getting tied into any sort of contract like that. It should be a straightforward thing, $200, $300, $400 a month to manage the ad. And you should be able to, get out of that at any time you want. There's a lot of predatory marketing companies out there that will take advantage of small businesses and get them locked into ads, especially in the winter months where things are slow and people are desperate for leads. If you're desperate, you shouldn't be making decisions for your business. You should never make decisions out of desperation. But if you decide to work with a marketing company, just make sure they're looking out for your best interests and try not to get tied into any sort of contract. Now, if you're running Google Ads, you should educate yourself on how to run them. There's lots of content out there on how to create ads for your home services business, and tap into that content, man. Educate yourself before you start to put a lot of money into Google Ads, or you're going to lose a lot of money, right? And when you're first starting your business, you may have a very limited advertising budget. It might not make the most sense for you to put a lot of money into Google. But if you need to educate yourself, right? I've taken online classes for Google Ads. My wife, who's in charge of the ads right now, she's a rock star. She's taken online classes. You can buy these courses on Udemy and other websites. You can get the information for free, right? But it's really important that you're really thorough when you're running these ads. It's also important that you have a budget for these ads, right? You just don't want to keep throwing money at Google and hoping that it's going to turn into business. Now, if you got, thousands and thousands of dollars in your pocket, you got that big bag, and you want to see more leads, you can do that. You can throw all that money at Google. But if you're a small business owner and you're budget minded, it's really important that you're understanding how these ads work before you start to throw a lot of money at it. Right now, I think our budget's around $1,500 to $2,000 a month. We've decreased our online advertising spend by about 60 to 65% this year. We sat down with our CPA last year, and they kind of broke things down for us and just let us know how important it is to try to keep advertising spend to a minimum. So we've cut that by 50+%, and we were even more profitable and we did even more business. Now, a lot of that has to do with where my company is at right now. We're in the middle of year 4 for my business, so we have some traction as far as generating leads in the community, word of mouth, stuff like that. So, but if you are going to run these ads, it's really important that you understand how they operate. So educate yourself, man. If you don't have jobs right now, you should constantly be educating yourself on business development. It's huge, right? If you want to be a better entrepreneur in your business, you want to be a better CEO in your business, you need to put more time into business development. So we do see profit from our ads. We do see leads coming from Google. A lot of that also has to do with our Google business profile. If you do not have one, you need one, right? You need a small office where you can set up your Google business profile. And it's really important that you give 5-star reviews. You get feedback from the community. That goes a long way. And your goal should try to be to rank in the Google 3-pack in Google Maps, right? You want people to be able to find you organically, and you want that to, pair well with your Google ads. You want those two to complement each other. But if you do not have the Google business profile, you should put that on your list of things to do. Now, maybe you can't afford to get a lease on a small office or something like that. That's totally understandable, but you should be planning now to eventually do that. You can make a lot of money off Google's platform, off of just organic leads and organic traffic. A lot of that has to do, though, with having a robust Google business profile. Now, if you're interested on creating a more robust profile, I highly recommend that you check out MindSaw. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, but check him out. He's an SEO guy, and he gives free information daily, right? Those are the guys that you want to follow on YouTube, that are giving you information for free and not charging you for it. So check him out. You want to have a robust Google business profile, upload frequently. I got to do a better job at it. I really do, but I'm going to be doing that today. And, my responsibilities, as the CEO, the operations manager, the warehouse manager, those are starting to change a little bit. I got to be a little bit more dialed in moving forward, right? If I'm going to break, that 1 million in revenue and be a very profitable moving company. And that's the goal, right? Is to be as profitable as we possibly can. So, make sure if you're running the Google ads, that you're really dialed in and you have a understanding of how they work, or you'll burn through your advertising spend. What else are we doing? So right now we're doing a lot of promo. We're going to be handing out flyers. We're going to hand out a lot of flyers. The goal is to try to boots to the ground at least 2 to 3 times a week. And the goal is to hand out, 2,000 to 3,000 flyers a week. That's a lot of work, right? And that's money that I'm paying my guys out of my pocket, right? I'm not making any money off of that, but the goal is to try to generate more leads. There's a lot of new apartment buildings, big luxury buildings, tall skyscrapers in Denver, a lot of new building managers and a lot of new leasing office employees, and we want them to know who we are, right? And so we're going to be introducing ourselves to them. We're going to be working in teams of 2. The guys are going to go out there, introduce themselves. If they, make a connection with somebody, awesome. That's the goal, is to, try to find one person you can make a connection with inside the building, and, build on top of that relationship. And we're trying to figure out ways how we can reward, the people that are working in these offices, and encourage them to do business with them, because we are the best. And so The guys are going to be handing out lots and lots of flyers. We're also doing door hangers. I still have about 2,000 or 3,000 of the door hangers for junk removal. And we're going to be hitting the neighborhood, man. Boots to the ground. We're going to be putting door hangers on as many doors as we possibly can, right? I'm going to be doing more in that. I have to do more of that, right? To keep that payroll expense down, right? Obviously, I want my guys to see as many hours as they possibly can. And if it financially makes sense, then the guys will be out there in the field, boots to the ground, doing promo. But if not, then I'm going to be doing it. I have to step things up. I am the leader of the company. This is my business, right? So I got to put in the work just like they got to put in the work. And I don't shy away from hard work, right? Especially in the winter, a lot of people, when it starts to snow, they're looking for reasons to get out of work. And that's not my mindset. And that's not my team, right? If they can't get to work, I'll get them to work, especially in the winter when we're booking jobs, because we don't like to cancel jobs. So boots to the ground with the promo. Yard signs, we haven't had a whole lot of success with yard signs. Depending on the neighborhood, people pull those up pretty quickly, but we're about to get a little bit more strategic, make it a little bit harder for people to pull down our signs, and I'll let you guys see what that looks like over the next couple of weeks. In addition to the flyers, we're going to be doing very targeted and specific mailers. I know a lot of moving companies are out there working with your top mailer services, and I want to let you know right now that the market is oversaturated with mailers, right? I got clients who put their house on the market and they'll get 10 mailers from a moving company. It's insane. I don't see the ROI being really high on these mailers. But if you're really smart and you're not working with these companies, you can see business from these mailers. And I'm going to be targeting people that these mailing companies are not. So we're going to be rolling out a very strategic and niche mailer marketing plan over the next week, and I'm going to be putting a lot of time and focus into that. I might let you guys see what that looks like, but I might not. But mailers are important if you're really strategic, so we're going to be doing those. We'll be doing the door hangers even more. With the door hangers and the junk removal, I'm just going to undercut everybody. I'm going to beat whatever price in the Denver area. If you're hauling refrigerators off at $20, then I'm going to do it at $15. And the goal is to try to do as many small jobs as we possibly can. We're going to do as much volume as we can, and we guarantee we'll beat the rate of any other junk removal company in the Denver area. I got to put my dump truck on the road. I paid $100,000 for this truck, and I'm barely breaking even on it. And some months I'm not making money off the truck, but it's in the parking lot too much, and we need that truck on the road every day. So we're going to be putting the hangers out there. We're going to be beating the price of all of our competitors when it comes to junk removal until I'm in a position to be able to sell that truck, and I'm not in that position right now. So we're going to be very, very aggressive with junk removal. We're going to beat all the guys that aren't licensed. We're going to beat all the guys that are. So that's my mindset, and that's how I'm going to approach junk removal. And so we're going to be putting as many door hangers as we possibly can. The goal is to try to beat up and bully my competitors when it comes to, flyers and door hangers. The goal is to outdo them, and I will, and we will. So my team is resilient. I'm resilient, and, we want to hit 40 hours every week, just like anybody else in this industry, right? We want to get that big paycheck, and we want to do more business, and, the guys want to get tipped more, and, we want the winter to feel like the busy season. And obviously that's a little unrealistic, but we want to do more business, and we want to keep our team busy, and we're willing to do whatever we can to keep our team fed and to keep them happy and to keep them working with headband movers. So we're stepping up the promo hard. I'm going to be going out during rush hour, and I'm going to be holding up our yard signs for an hour at a time. Just put in my headphone, hold up the yard sign. I might put on the goggles and just get my name out there like that. I know a lot of people might not be down for that and feel uncomfortable doing that, but hey man, you got to get out there and represent your company. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be successful this next year in business. I know where I want to take my company and I know what I have to do to get there. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And if that means that I'm standing on the side of the road with a sign, with a QR code that says headband movers work with us, veteran owned and operated, I will, right? So let's see. In addition to that, we got the Google ads, we got the promo that we're going to be doing. I'm working on some guerrilla marketing things. I would love to be able to take the team to some Nuggets games and to some Broncos games and make sure they're all wearing their new hoodies. We're ordering some new gear, some jackets, everything headband with QR codes on it. And when we roll together as a team, people see us. They recognize that, right? We want to be in public. We want them to be like, okay, who are these guys? Why are they all wearing their headband shirts? We want to be out in the public. We want people to see us as much as possible. And when you go to these big sporting events, that fit, 40 to 60,000 people, there's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of people looking at you. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to do more stuff like that to get our name out there. The goal is to try to do as much as we can and spend as less money as we can to generate as many leads as we can, right? So that's the goal. We're also going to continue to do good business. People always hit me up. Hey, man, when you talk about organic lead generation, like how do we get organic leads, man? And like the best thing that you could do is do good business. Do good business. Answer your phone. Make sure you guys have shirts and they're representing the company well. Branded shirts, right? That they look professional. Make sure you got a playbook. Make sure you're running a culture-driven company, man. Make sure that your team has integrity and customer service skills. You have to do all of those things. Build your brand, right? It takes time, but make sure you're doing good business. If you say you're going to do something to your client, then you should follow through with it. You should take the time to give a dialed-in estimate. Don't hit your customers with hidden fees and charges. Oh, you didn't tell us about this 150-pound dresser. Like, dude, everybody has a dresser. And then if you're going to be the company that charges them an extra fee for that heavy dresser, hey, you're doing yourself a disservice. That person is not going to refer you to their friends and family, and those referrals are the things that are going to keep you in business. So do good business. It's more than getting a 5-star review. Yeah, that's important, but what if Google goes away? What are you going to do if Yelp goes away and all your 5-star reviews disappear? How are you going to do business? Word of mouth. You want people to refer you to their friends and family. Make sure that your team is taking care of your customers and that your customers feel comfortable with your team in their home, because it's a very intimate thing, moving furniture. It's not just picking up boxes and moving it to a truck. You need to make sure that your customer is comfortable. You're in their house, moving their stuff. It's a very intimate thing, right? So you want the organic leads. You need to put in the work and make sure that you're taking care of your clients and making sure that they're having a good experience. Well, how do they have a good experience? Well, one, you're transparent about your pricing. You're honest. You're not surprising them with hidden fees or charges. You're not looking at them as just a bag, right? You care about their stuff. You making sure that your team is trained and dialed in and operating out of a playbook. I have so many people hit me up. Hey, man, can you send me your playbook? No. I can't, because if you know what it means to be a good mover, you'll take the time to outline that process in a playbook. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Sit down, visualize the perfect move, put it in a playbook, and start to create your SOPs and your policies. You need to have standard operating procedures for everybody in your company. You want to have the $1 million company, it starts there. You need to have a playbook for your team to operate out of. And when you hire guys that don't operate out of that playbook, they don't have the same values as you do, right? They're not culture driven. Even if they're there just to get a paycheck, they need to hit those marks. They need to be doing those things. And if they're not, adios. Figure out a way to get them out of the company. And you're going to have a lot of hard conversations with people. You're going to have to fire people. You're going to have to tell them they're not a good fit for your company. They're going to make you seem like the bad guy. They're going to say fucked up shit about you to people in the community. They're going to make you look like a monster. They're going to say all of these things because you let them go. They're the best mover in the world. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to be resilient, and you're going to have to let that just fly off your shoulder, man. But that's what it takes to be a leader, right? You want to have this $1 million company, you need to be solid, right? And you need to figure out when somebody's not a good fit for your company, for your culture, and figure out a way to get them out of your business, right? Not every mover that you hire is going to represent your company well. You're going to hire guys that can't even represent themselves well, right? They bounce around from company to company, job to job. They have big egos. Figure out a way to get those guys out of your company. You need guys that are going to rock with you, that are going to trust you, to give them more work, to give them more opportunity, to give them raises, to give them bonuses. Guys that are going to trust your process, right? But you need guys that represent your company well on the job, that are professional, that are dialed in. My thing is you can always be yourself, man. Be yourself, figure out a way to connect with the customer, and just show them why you are the best at what you do. Because your work speaks for itself. Your work speaks for itself, man. That's all it is. It's pretty straightforward. So you want guys that are, care about their work. They care about the client. And when you do that and you do good business, you're going to see those organic leads come in, right? You want people to be able to refer you. And it sucks when they don't. I take it personal. If we do a job for somebody and they don't want to refer us to their grandma, they don't want to refer us to their cousin, they don't want to refer us to, people in the church, man, that bothers me, right? Because I feel like I put so much time and work into the brand and into culture and into the company, and I trust guys, man, and I give guys shot after shot after shot, chances to prove themselves. If they make a mistake, obviously I don't always hold it against them. We make mistakes. I'm human too, right? So, but you want guys that are going to represent the company well. And we've lost some big referrals this summer because guys made really boneheaded mistakes. And you're going to hire guys that make boneheaded mistakes and that don't represent themselves well and who don't give a fuck. And those aren't the people that I want to work with, right? Running a $1 million moving operation, if that's your goal, man, like you need to do it in a culture-driven way, right? It's really important. But getting organic leads is so important, man. You want to build that brand, and you want to represent yourself well and represent the company well and make sure that your team is represented well and, brand your company well. Like there's so much that goes into getting those organic leads. It's not all SEO, right? I'm sure if you've started a moving company, you've had some of the big SEO guys hit you up and tell you, hey man, if you commit to $1,000 a month, I'm going to make sure that you're number one on Google, right? We all get these phone calls, and a lot of these guys are blowing smoke. You can generate a lot of leads organically online, right? In that ecosystem, that online ecosystem, Google, you can generate leads. But I think people put too much focus and money into SEO, and they should be putting more focus into building their brand and more focus into the community. The cool thing about doing what I do in this moving community, this niche that I'm in, is I get to connect with a lot of really dope business owners, and I get to see bigger companies and even smaller companies making an impact in their community, which is so important. If you're not doing it for the community, you're going to have a very challenging time getting the support that you need from the community to be this $1 million moving operation. So put more focus into the community, that organic side of business development and getting more leads, put more time and focus into that. So, that's what I got going on right now. I hate to cut this video short, but the ladies in the office are blowing up my phone. I'm going to get my boots tightened up, put on my jacket. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to stand on the side of the road with this sign. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Really appreciate everybody rocking with the channel. Sorry I haven't been uploading the last 7 months. The company's been going through a massive amount of growth, a massive amount of stress, and I had to put a lot of focus into the company, and I really haven't had the desire to upload to YouTube, but it's winter now, and I want to upload, man. I want to upload. I want to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. I want to prepare you for this next busy season. So, yo, before I leave, first things first, man. Just again, shout out to everybody rocking with the channel. We're at 1,200 subs. That's what's up. So, yo, hope everybody's working hard, working smart, grinding, not sweating the small stuff. I gotta go, man. Peace.